So today I thought we'd take a look at and play with a couple of the Robot 2001s. And you can see the little one in the middle is the Robot 2001 2. Have no idea whether any of these are going to work. These large robots of this type normally they have a little gear in the walking part that breaks, but we don't know. And we're going to find out together. So let's make some room. Let's start with this guy here. It fits the screen right there, I guess. Anything we need to see says 5 colorful lights, feet move as it rolls forward, both arms revolve 360. I'm not sure what that means. Body rotates as chest missile hatch opens and closes. Space weapons light up and make blast sound. IC announces, "I'm the law, drop your weapon, you are under arrest." Activated by button on helmet. I'm assuming there. Sharper image. Is that still on the screen? Guess it is. Chest has opened, revealing missile port. Boots move back and forth as robot motors. Armored body rotates as colorful lights flash. Weapons move and generate blast sounds. Okay, same information there. Anything on the bottom? Sharper Image Corp. No dates there, but you would think the 2001 would be a hint, wouldn't you? So let's find out. Okay. I'm going to pull out this way then. On a cardboard insert. Let's, there we go. We got the robot, we got the battery. Let's set this aside. This is the battery door. It's nice looking. Let's move the arms up so in case the body does try to turn, it can do it without binding on anything. So we can move those out. So here are the doors. They are spring loaded and there is some sort of a green gun thing that can move in and out. 388. It has ratchet feet, so it's a shuffle walking. 1, 2, 3, 4 batteries. I don't see any more writing anywhere on here. So let's find out. If it's sat too long and the motor doesn't want to run, or if the gears are split, who knows? I say, when I buy these, I buy them because I want a mint example of a toy that I knew wouldn't last in the hands of kids for the museum. And I knew this full well that most of these have plastic gears that break and split and all that good kind of stuff. Now there is an on-off switch hiding right here. The box talks something about a button switch here. I don't know. I'm going to leave the battery door off so we don't have to clip it on and off. Let's just see if anything happens. I hear a motor, but nothing is happening. So I'm assuming... I am the law. Drop your weapons. Okay. So it's clear that probably the walking gear has split, as usually does in these. Yeah, we get it. So what's the button on the head do? Oh, okay. So the button on the head will turn on the sound effects without running the motor. So this would appear to actually be using grain of wheat bulbs.
You are under arrest.
And not LEDs. Interesting. Right. So in order to repair this one, there would be some screws here and here. You'd have to open that up, and that would get you into where the split gear is. And then the problem is, of course, trying to replace the split gear, which in these designs on most of these, now I haven't opened this one up, so I don't know, but just based on the ones that I have opened up, the when they're made, the gear is slid onto a long straight metal shaft. Then once the gear is on the middle of the shaft is then bent into a bell crank, you know, for the walking. So you can't slide the gear off once it's made. So in order to replace it, you basically need to make a new shaft. So you can get the right worm gear, get it on the shaft, and then rebend the bell cranks into it. Only other option would be find a junker robot that still has a gear that hasn't split, that maybe some kid has broken the arms off or defaced in some other way. So in other words, a donor robot. Let's put the battery cover on here, like so, and set him over to the side. Let's take a look into the next one. Let's look at the other large one, which probably won't fare any better. So on this one, it's made in China, shows the battery placement, looks similar. The robot itself basically looks the same. Same sticker, same legs, same feet, same guns. So a different box, new, try me. Missile launching, revolving. Here is a bunch of condensed of the features. Now this one is dated 1997. And since that's the same robot, it could very well be that that robot 2100 is a 1997 as well. Same cardboard insert, so it could be that the only real difference between these two was the packaging, the box, which same battery door. So I don't really expect this one to work either if they're the same robot, and if they really are from 1997. Seems quite likely that if one has a split gear, so will the other. But let's find out. Putting in the 4 AA batteries. Again, there doesn't appear to be any writing anywhere else. Has the ratchet feet. Made in China. Interesting foot design though. Let's check the other one. This one has a foot that looks like this foot could be used on a toy where this could actually be a battery door and batteries could be placed in the feet. That I don't recall. Let's check. Nope, this one had the same thing, same type design. So it's a foot that they used on some other toy as well. Well, in fact, side by side, let's just see if we see any differences. I do not. Same toy, different packaging. One sold by Sharper Image, so they must have requested their own proprietary packaging. And this one, not sold by Sharper Image. Not walking, motor's running.
I am the law. Drop your weapon.
So, Same design defect then on the walking gear. They just split. That's just the way it goes. Sometimes when a gear like that splits, you can actually drill through the gear and through the metal shaft, like with a number 60 drill bit, super small. Pin it, and even though it's got a crack because it's a worm gear, sometimes it will continue to work. So I mean, there is the possibility that if you absolutely had to have one working for a video or something, you could in fact do that. Okay, in this box, there may be more of these Robot 2001s out here. These are just the first 3 that I found. Well, I guess before I open it, let's look at the box. This box, see if it says anything interesting on the bottom. Revolving 360, made in China, nothing really critical there. This one runs on 2 AA batteries. I don't see any date. Wait a minute, here we go on the back. 1998. Here we go. 98. So they're all about the same. 98, 97. Quite old. Again, all cardboard inserts. That's nice. New, being that it's smaller and got different packaging. Well, this one is still wire tied into its backboard. So there's a possibility it's never even been out of the box before. We may be doing it first. If it's never been out of the box before, then there's a good chance that the motor may not want to run. Just depends how the grease is set up on the commutator brushes. I know you can't see much when I'm undoing these, but I like standing over the counter in case I drop something that doesn't fall too far. Okay, there we go. Here's the robot. I'm looking for any writing. Just made in China. Very simple ratchet wheels there. On-off switches up here. I'll have to get a screwdriver to open the battery door. The arms are posable. Still in this holder. There are like some wings, I guess, that you could pop into the back. Did we see holes in the back for that? Yeah, right in the back of the battery door, those 2 holes. And then on the wing units, there are 2 little pins. So that could get pushed onto the robot. Let's find out if this thing can fire up. Let's go ahead and leave the battery door off. Well, we have sound. Sometimes you can get the old motor running. There we go. Look at that. Coming to life. We got walking anyway. I think here's where it should be rotating. I don't think there's any broken gear. I think it's just... Oh, there could be a slipping gear. The sound comes out of the back of the head. I think it just needs to be run a bit. And now the walking has more or less given up. So I would say there is probably a split gear in there that is now slipping. And it might be as easy as the pinion gear on the main motor, since both the rotating body and the legs stopped, but the motor itself was still running, which wouldn't be that hard of a fix. Certainly better than the weird gears that break in those ones. In this case, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws, and should be able to pop the front of the body off and then get in there and take a peek at the motor itself and see how it's doing. But hey, it ran. That surprised me. So there we have 3 different Robot 2001s. Well, I guess 2 2001s and then the 2001 number 2. What the hell does that mean anyway? I mean, who knows?